What's up, you guys? My name is Desert Bloom Sims or Elias, and welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who are new here, please consider showing some support to the channel. You can leave a like, a comment, or subscribe if you like the video. Any support is much appreciated. So today I am back to the regular programming, and by that I mean I'm back to doing my impromptu commentary. And so basically I decided to make this decision because I felt like the scripting was a good process, but also at the same time it wasn't. And by that I mean I kind of struggled with writing scripts that are long enough to sustain throughout the entire video. At most my scripts lasted at least like by the 4 or 5 minute mark of my videos, and that's okay, but also at the same time I feel like commentary is what makes YouTube videos interesting to sit through or watch, in some cases anyway. That's just a personal preference of mine, but I'm not going to get too much into that because we're here today to talk about this very much handsome sim that I'm making in the background. Okay. So this sim's name is Julius, and I don't know if that part of the video has showed up yet, but at first I wanted to name him Artemis. I think Artemis is either a Greek goddess or god, either one, but it seems like such a gender neutral name, so I really didn't gaff about whatever the hell was going on behind it, you know? But anyways, I did change his name to Julius eventually because I was just like, you know what, he looks like his name could be Julius. And I really kind of named him Julius because he reminds me of this guy that I went to high school with named Julius. But we're not going to get into that. But anyways, I really like Julius because he seems like a very realistic portrayal of just, you know, someone that you would know in your day-to-day life. I know many people who kind of remind me of Julius, to be honest. While I was making Julius, I honestly got very major basketball player vibes from him, and I decided to lean into that with his outfits and stuff like that. I made him very laid back in terms of style. He doesn't really dress up all the way, but you know, he'll put that shit on here and there, you know what I mean? I decided to go pretty basic with his outfit. I just gave him a little graphic design hoodie, some sweatpants, and I also gave him a little necklace to go with everything. I thought it was a nice touch. Maybe it could be like a necklace that was gifted to him by a family member or something like that, or like something that was gifted to him by somebody that's special in some sort of way. I also made him a second everyday outfit, but I'm going to tell you guys right now that that process was not recorded in the time-lapse here. And so basically what happened with that was that my OBS crashed out of nowhere, like as soon as I started pecking around with this second everyday outfit. And I was like, what in the hell? Because my laptop screen froze for like a decent, like probably 10 seconds. And it scared the everlasting shit out of me because I didn't know if my game was crashing or what. But then I found out that it was my OBS that had crashed. And when I checked, I was like, oh damn, I didn't record myself doing the second everyday outfit. But I really didn't gaff about it, so I went ahead about my night. Since I gave Julius, you know, some little plait braids, I don't really know what to call them because my family calls braids like his plaits, but like when it's like cornrows, we call those braids. I don't really know what's up with that, but anyway, I gave him some plait braids for his first everyday outfit, but in his second everyday outfit, he has his hair down. I was contemplating on giving him just like long curly hair, but I went for those braids instead because I thought they really suited him. So anyway, with his second everyday outfit, like I was saying in the first place, I let him have his hair down in like a little cute curly afro. And before y'all bash me, because I know I've used this exact afro on another one of my sims that I posted on this channel, I mean, I really thought it was cute on him, you know? I thought it really suited him, so that's what I went for, even though I've used that hair like so many times with different sims. Counting Julius, I've used a specific hair on 3 different sims. Julius, Zach Mallory, and another sim that I'm working on here and there. Overall, I honestly really like the idea behind Julius, and I'm definitely definitely very excited to further expand upon his storyline and, you know, like actually give him an actual storyline, because that's something that I like to do with my Sims. If you guys haven't been watching my series where I give my older Sims makeovers, basically I like to give them storylines and, you know, further flesh them out a little bit so I can feel closer to those Sims. And so basically I want to carry over this exact concept and or idea with any new Sims that I make. I also want to take about a minute or two of you guys' time for a little bit of a personal segment here. If you guys want to keep up with me outside of my YouTube channel, I am also on a lot of other socials like TikTok, Tumblr, Pinterest, you know, the works, etc. I will have everything that I am active linked below in my description if you guys want to check that out. I would very much appreciate it because I very much love to interact with anyone who enjoys my content, and that will really make my day. I also want to take the last few minutes of this video to, you know, share a little bit about my personal life with you guys if you guys do want to hear about that. But if you don't, I'll put up a timestamp in the video for the final reveal of the Sim. But anyway, what was that? Did you guys hear that? For my sanity's sake, I'm gonna choose to believe that somebody threw something heavy as hell in the garbage can. Okay. But anyway, as I was saying before, I do want to share some life updates with you guys because I feel like it's been a while since I have, and you know, I am a person behind this account and the content that I create, so I feel like that's also important to acknowledge here. I've definitely been in a more, you know, good headspace in recent months, which I love for myself because I've been struggling with a lot of different stuff in the past years, but I feel like 2026 is the new meta. You know, this is me turning over a new leaf, and I'm very glad to see that. You know what I mean? I'm also nearly finished with my first year of college, which is very exciting. I'm not sure if I brought it up on the channel before, but I have been looking for a job in recent months as well, and I finally, yes you guys, I finally found a job. Oh my god. I mean, like, oh my gosh, it's employment. I don't really think that's anything to be cheering and rejoicing about, but you know, for me personally, it's very much something that I'm going to rejoice over because that means that I'm finally going to have a disposable amount of income that's also renewable. And that's a very good thing for me because I love to make impulsive buys, okay? This is most definitely great news for the channel because that means I'm gonna be able to make higher quality videos, and I think that's literally what the fans wanna see, you know what I mean? But other than that, that's really all what I had to share about my personal life with you guys. So let's get back on topic to this very much handsome Sim. I honestly feel like I did my very much biggest here with Julius. Not in terms of his style, because let's be honest, he's very basic in terms of style / aesthetic, whatever you want to call it. But that's the beauty in it. It's very realistic, if you're asking me. If you're asking me personally, I feel like a lot of the people who fall under the jock archetype, aka people who just play sports, I mean, not all jocks are the same, obviously, but what I'm saying is jocks are jocks because they play sports. Anyway, there's just like this aura that's emitting from this Sim, and I just feel so, you know, raptured within it, and I just, y'all, I'm so down bad. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm like this with almost all of my Sims, like, and that's the thing about making Sims. I make pretty Sims, well, in my opinion anyway, and I just like low-key have a crush on all of my Sims, you know what I mean? Honestly, when I make a Sim, it's like me making my crush, you know what I mean? I actually do have a crush at the moment, but they don't look anything like this, so anyway. Self-actualization aside, I do hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you want to see more content like this, make sure to like the video and maybe subscribe, perhaps. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!